Drills Talk, episode 175. In this episode, we're going to discuss job versus career. This is based on a blog I wrote in the past entitled 6 Sides of Wellness, Occupational Wellness. Occupational wellness, of course, is exactly how it sounds. It is about your relationship with your occupation. How well is it going? What exactly is the relationship? Is it a job? Is it a career? What is your work-life balance like? What is work-life balance? We're going to discuss it all. Let's go.
Yo, Drills.
Drills Talk, episode 175. In this episode, we're going to discuss job versus career. But before we get started, please like, subscribe, show your love however you would like to show your love. Here on entrepreneurship/mindset motivational channel. Every Monday, there's a new blog. Every Wednesday, there's a new Drills Talk. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Let's get started. Number one is work-life balance. So what is work-life balance? Most people think it's 50-50, right? But it's not really 50-50. It's the understanding that whatever your numbers are will add up to 100. So if you are going to give your job 70, 80% of you, understand that personal life is going to get 30 to 20% of you. That's just how it works. And a lot of us are not cool with that. We don't understand. And we're like, well, I want to be a family person. Well, then give 70, 80% to your personal life, but understand that only 20 or 30% of yourself is going to your professional life, and you're going to get what you give out of both, right? So if you are expecting to work your way up the corporate ladder, giving a company 20 to 30% of you, it's not going to happen. If you are expecting to be father or mother of the year or wife or husband of the year, and you're only giving 20, 30% to your personal life, it's probably not going to happen. So you really have to be okay with knowing what that balance is. You can gun for 50-50, but you're not going to be extraordinary in either. So are you okay with being an average family person and an average worker? Because that's going to get you average results also. Number two is, what is the goal? So that's how you come up with your number. If you have trouble with the whole 50-50 or how to get to 50-50 or why would I do 50-50 if I'm not going to get anything out of being average? Which one should be 75? Which one should be 80? Well, that's really all up to you and what your goal is. If your goal is to make a lot of money to take care of your family, then you're going to miss a little bit of your family time in order to make that money, at least in the beginning. And if you make a couple of smart decisions, then you can flip that, give 25% to that career, because you've set up something so well that it's kind of spewing money out after, a couple of decades. And you have time to be with your wife and kids or your husband and kids or your kids' kids. You can be, super grandma, super grandpa. But it has to be a decision made to how are you going to get this? What was my goal? If you feel that you live a simple life and you don't need to make an absorbent amount of money, then you can be that person, that family person from the get-go. You can get you a job to where, maybe it's a government job. And if you don't know about government jobs, if you get one, you pretty much have one, right? So maybe you don't have any aspirations of moving up, but you got your steady job. You know that the bills will be paid. You know that the mortgage will be paid. You can go on 1 or 2 vacations a year and you're good. If that's the case, then you can give 20% or 30% to your job and the other 70 to 80% to your family with no repercussions, because you already made the plan to never move up. You don't have aspirations of running anything, right? So you're cool, but your family has you. So you're not missing any award ceremonies. You're not missing any first steps. You're not missing any, first hospital visits or going to the doctor if something comes up. You're seeing all the plays that the kids are having. You're going to all the extracurricular activities. If that's what you want, then make sure that it aligns with your goal. Your goal is to get a job enough to maintain a decent life and to be able to be with your family at all times. Now, if it's the flip side and your goal is to climb a corporate ladder or make an absorbent amount of money, then you're going to be gone for a lot of those things that I just mentioned. You're not going to make every play. You're going to miss a lot of things that occur at the house. First steps you might not see. First words you may not hear, at least not live. And it has to be something that you're okay with, and you may want to talk to your partner about if that's the goal. Because the only way to obtain that goal, the only way to really get Extraordinary results is to give extraordinary effort. And if you're going to do that in one place, it's going to lack in the other. So what's your goal? Number three. Number three is, what are you willing to sacrifice? We talked about the number. We talked about our goal. Now, you can have a goal, but if you're not going to give what it takes to get it, you're not going to get it, right? So what are you comfortable sacrificing? Are you okay with not making so much money in order to be the super family person? Are you okay with not quite ever getting a career and just taking jobs because you have other aspirations in your personal life to where you feel that one day that'll be your career? Are you okay with that? Are you going to sacrifice building a resume in one particular place to where you can demand more money after a while because you have this over here in your personal life that you really want to do and you really want to make that work for you financially? Are you willing to sacrifice your professional resume because you feel you'll never go into that long term, with the possibility of having that not long-term position for 10 years from job to job to job because you want this to happen over here? Are you okay with that? Are you good with choosing a career and it demanding a lot of your time, and you're not the greatest parent or you're not the greatest spouse because you just can't be there, but you are like super attentive when you are there? You know what I mean? So when you are giving that 20%, you're giving 100% of yourself. You're not on your phone. You're not checking emails. Are you going to do that? When you are at work, are you giving work all of your 80% to where you're not checking your phone to see what's going on at the house? You're there and attentive. It's very hard. Work-life balance is difficult. Job or career, making sacrifices, it's difficult. Actually choosing and having the balls to say that I'm going to choose my career and put it over my family, or say, well, I'm going to choose my family first and my career, if I get where, I'll just get as high as I can get. But be okay with, not being able to go on many vacations or not being able to get a house the size that your family actually needs because you don't have the funds to pay for that. It's a crazy decision to make. It's very difficult, but please believe people every day choose career. People every day choose family, and you have to be okay with your choice. That's work-life balance. Not 50-50 being average and giving half-ass in both. Something has to get the C or the B or the A, and something has to fail horribly. Drills Talk, episode 175. This was job versus career. This was work-life balance. This was what is your goal. This was what are you willing to sacrifice. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. It's Drills.com. Check this out. It's Drills.